Gulmarg, a beautiful place in Kashmir and is very famous for the highest cable car in the world. So let's explore Gulmarg with me. So, the easiest way and the only way to reach Gulmarg is by taking the private taxi. So, the private taxis are always available from main junctions from Srinagar especially, and the cost is approx 2000 to 2500. But there are a lot of people who actually try to ask more, so just use your bargaining skills and stick to like 2000 2200 maximum. That's it. So I took my private taxi and reach Gulmarg Gondola destination, which I have already booked online. QSC. Actually, ice. Oh god. Just don't do this because it's freezing. But it's awesome. So if you're planning to actually reach or explore the entire Gulmarg, then you just have to wake up early and try getting the taxi and reach the gondola point as early as possible, because the first lot starts at 9 a.m. in the morning and there are no offline tickets. So just make sure that you book your tickets online, which is on the official Gulmarg Gondola JK tourism website. So as soon as I reached the parking spot, I had to actually walk a few steps, like maybe 500 to 700 meter, to actually reach the gondola entry point. And just make sure, one important tip is that just carry a water bottle if possible, because on top, yes, there are water bottles, there are food, there's everything available, but it's a little bit expensive. But just if you're into saving or traveling in budget, then just try getting some chocolates and water just from the entry point or from the parking spot, because it's on the MRP price. So as soon as I reached the entry point of Gulmarg Gondola, the first disappointing thing was there was some technical issue, and I had booked the first slot because I wanted to explore the rest of the stuffs and try some other adventure. And I had booked both phase 1 and phase 2. And as soon as I reached, there was some technical fault, and yes, instead of 9 a.m. the entry actually happened after 1.5 to 2 hours. So just even if you reach early, just try standing in the queue, because it's really very crowded. So the entire cable first phase is really very short, like I think it was approximately 9 minutes or so. And yeah, it is, the best thing is that the view is really very beautiful. There are very, if I did not actually find much snow in phase 1. But the bestest thing for me personally was phase 2. The journey to phase 2 in that gondola was really different. I could actually see like phase 1 with no snow and phase 2 mountain covered with full snow, and trust me, it's really very high. It was amazing. For me personally, I love phase 2 and it really feels incomplete without going to phase 2.
तो मैं बताता हूँ,
बताइए कौन सा पहाड़ है?
ये माउंटेन अफरवट है, इस माउंटेन का नाम है अफरवट। ये 14,000 फीट्स अबव सी लेवल पे टॉप लेवल है। अभी आप जा रहे हो फेज 1, बट इट्स 10,500 फीट्स अबव सी लेवल, बट इट्स ऑल हिमालय। ये बीरपंचाल रेंज या हिमालय रेंज इज दैट साइड।
और आप यहाँ से कब तक हो?
हम यहाँ 10 मतलब सुबह आते हैं 4 बजे तक। एक्चुअली आज हम स्कीइंग करवाते हैं ऊपर, जो मतलब डोमेस्टिक टूरिस्ट आते हैं, तो जब फुल स्नो आता है तो फिर हम लोग प्रॉपर स्कीइंग सिखाते हैं।
वो स्कीइंग ट्रेनिंग होता है कि लाइक
वो हम ही लोग देते हैं, हम लोग 7 डेज का बेसिक कोर्स करवाते हैं।
ओह वाओ।
अभी हम सब लोग मतलब खाली स्नो का वेट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि इस साल स्नो नहीं है, अदरवाइज ऑलरेडी बुकिंग हो चुकी है। मतलब स्नो की वजह से बुकिंग रुकी है बस। ये पूरा माउंटेन जो ये पूरा स्की रिजॉर्ट ही पड़ता है ऊपर फेज 2, इसमें हम लोग और फॉरेनर्स ज़्यादातर स्कीइंग करते हैं।
Much awaited view. Finally we are here, the top of Gulmarg, our Kashmir, where I can see the Himalayas, the Kashmir mountains and everything. And there is just fresh snow everywhere. Always remember to trek, like keep your foot on the front and then use your body. So these places are very risky, so just make sure like you check the whole base properly, or you might just skid. And such places where you have the support, these are the best, like use them. Yeah, that's the way to walk up without support. Can you see how beautiful our country is? Kashmir, yaar, jannat hai. Can you guys, and the worst part is like we won't know how deep this is, so we have to just figure that out. And never run. If you slip, it's okay. Always try to go on flat roads. Get a mask, cover like this, just walk. There'll be obviously lack of oxygen, but it's okay. I think we can manage. This is still okay. So for me personally, I feel that completing phase 2 was important because there is definitely time limit in phase 2, but there's no time limit in phase 1. So I went to phase 2 first, and even if you are traveling, try going to phase 2 because it's really beautiful. And if you're really scared of height, just don't try the gondola for phase 2 because it's really very height, and it's really beautiful that the way how this gondola was actually built. An amazing experience. One important drawback for me personally was I did not get chance for skiing because there was no snowfall, but phase 2 was amazing. The whole experience was amazing because I could just see mountains all over covered with snow in my entire 360-degree view. So it was really beautiful for me personally. And after completing phase 2, I came to phase 1 of Gondola. And like I said, like after seeing phase 2, you will definitely not like phase 1 because there's nothing there in phase 1. But definitely do try the famous Kashmiri pulav, and it's really yummy and very reasonable price, approx 350 rupees I guess, and the quantity was also amazing. So I loved the food of phase 1 and the mountains at phase 2. So as for the costing, the phase 1 was 800 rupees and phase 2 is approx 1000 rupees, and you can only book it online, you cannot book offline, so don't do that mistake. And there's also chairlift, but that's only for skiing, and it's right now it's not available. So as of now, the overall experience, phase 1 there's nothing, so phase 2 is totally worth it. Like I loved it because I literally felt like I'm in a different country or a different world. So it was amazing. I would definitely come again to Gulmarg. So overall for me, Gulmarg was really perfect thanks to the gondola on phase 2. Phase 2 like felt literally like a real Jannat. I felt like I'm in a different world or on top of the world because I could just see snow everywhere. And definitely we all come to Kashmir just to see the snow and snowfall. Unfortunately there was no snowfall right now, but yes, phase 2 was perfect. So if you're into adventure and if you have no height fear, nothing, do not complete gondola ride without going to phase 2. Phase 2 is amazing. And yes, if you're into also adventurous stuffs, then from phase 1 to exit, one way you can actually walk or trek, and the other way you can just use the gondola. So that's about it. So apart from this gondola ride, I personally, and a few adventurous activities, I personally did not find anything else at Gulmarg. But definitely for me or for anyone, Kashmir feels incomplete without going to Gulmarg. So definitely if you have already been there and if you had experienced some other, or if have ever missed something else, then do let me know in comments. So Gulmarg feels perfect. Kashmir is really beautiful, guys. So let me know in comments, how did you enjoy this?